Welcome to the AI for Career Success video overview by Curt Robbins. We're experts at AI coaching and helping professionals like you and your employees upskill in AI.
Today, we're diving into a really significant partnership between the pharmaceutical giant Eli Lilly and an AI-driven drug developer called Insilico Medicine. This is a multi-billion-dollar agreement, and it signals a fundamental shift in how new medicines are discovered. Our analysis is based on commentary from industry expert Pharma.AI, which was published on LinkedIn on March 29, 2026.
So, to really understand the full implications here, we're going to walk through 5 key areas. We'll start with the specifics of the deal itself, and then we'll look at the traditional pharma model that is poised to disrupt. After that, we'll explore the AI engine that's making all this possible, analyze the bigger industry shift this signals, and then wrap up by looking at the new arms race this deal has kicked off in drug discovery.
All right, let's start with the specifics of this groundbreaking agreement. This isn't just another collaboration. It's a very strategic investment that really points to a major shift in the industry's priorities. The total potential value of this deal is an incredible $2.75 billion. Now, that number alone makes it one of the largest AI-driven drug discovery partnerships we've seen to date. It signals a huge financial and strategic commitment from a major player like Eli Lilly.
But what's really interesting is how the deal is structured. Sure, the upfront payment of $115 million is significant, but the vast majority of the money is performance-based. It's all tied to hitting specific development, regulatory, and commercial milestones. This setup really points to a shared risk, high-reward kind of collaboration, where real success is what drives the financial outcome.
Okay, so to really appreciate why this partnership is such a big deal, you first have to understand the old system it's trying to replace. For decades, the traditional way of developing drugs has been defined by some pretty massive and persistent challenges.
For generations, the industry has really been stuck in a model defined by enormous costs, incredibly long timelines, and just high rates of failure. It's basically a brute force screening approach. You're looking at millions of chemical compounds just to find a single viable drug candidate. It's a process that is inherently inefficient and, frankly, economically challenging.
And when you look at the numbers, the unsustainability of the old model becomes really clear. The average cost is over $2.6 billion for a single approved drug, and the success rate for phase 1 clinical trials is only around 52%. So you can see why the potential efficiencies offered by an AI-driven approach are so profoundly attractive to the industry right now.
So that brings us to the technology that prompted such a huge investment. Let's take a look at Insilico Medicine's platform. It's built on generative AI, and it really represents a paradigm shift in the discovery process.
Insilico's platform completely streamlines that early discovery phase. So instead of mass screening, the AI first identifies a new biological target that's associated with a disease. Then, its generative algorithms, which are AIs that can create new, original data, design a brand new therapeutic molecule specifically for that target. This means you only have to synthesize and test a small, focused set of molecules, which leads to a preclinical candidate in as little as 18 months.
And this isn't just a theoretical capability. The platform has already proven it works, producing a pipeline of at least 28 drug candidates. And of those, nearly half have already moved from the lab into human clinical trials. That's a powerful validation that this platform is a real, tangible engine for innovation.
This partnership is so much more than just a financial transaction. It's a really powerful signal of a structural transformation that's happening across the entire life sciences industry.
Industry analysis really points to 3 core signals here. First is validation. A multi-billion-dollar investment from a major pharma company confirms that AI-native drug discovery is now seen as the future. The second is the globalization of R&D. These platforms are being developed, tested, and commercialized across international borders. And the third signal is the rise of a new competitive moat, where the advantage is shifting away from lab execution to the speed and scale of algorithmic design.
And this is the key takeaway. Eli Lilly isn't just buying a portfolio of molecules. It's investing in a fundamentally new and faster methodology for discovery itself. The source of competitive advantage seems to be shifting from the clinic to the algorithm.
You can bet the scale and strategic nature of this deal sent a clear message throughout the industry. It's forcing every other major pharmaceutical company to take a hard look at its own AI strategy. And this has basically kicked off a new kind of technological competition.
What we're witnessing here is the beginning of a new arms race in drug discovery. But in this race, the primary assets aren't just lab equipment and personnel anymore.
Now it's about massive data sets, proprietary algorithms, and powerful AI platforms. And that puts immense pressure on competitors like Sanofi and AstraZeneca to speed up their own efforts or risk falling seriously behind.
This decisive investment by Eli Lilly is a clear attempt to establish a first-mover advantage, and it leaves the rest of the industry with a really critical strategic question. For those who haven't made a similar commitment, is it already too late to develop a competitive alternative?
Thank you for watching. At AI for Career Success, this is where we teach you AI and help you get smarter than your competition. If you like these videos, please use the QR code at the beginning of this video to buy us a coffee. Or you can hire us to coach you or your employees in AI. We also encourage you to subscribe to the AI for Career Success YouTube channel. Liking, commenting, and sharing really helps us reach a wider audience.